Good morning, my dear student. Today, in this video, we will learn how to read a chapter in correct manner. So, open up your book at page number 60. Chapter 6, Tine and the Faraway Mountain. In Ichali, in the Mishme Hills of Arunachal Pradesh, young Tine Meena heard a wondrous call from the mountains in the distance. She was drawn to it, a sound only she could hear. She heard it while she climbed trees. She heard it when she ran through the jungle. She heard it when she spent long days lying under the sun. Whooshu! The sound went whooshu. Ah, Tine would smile. What a wonderful life! But one day her family moved out of Italy to the closest big town, Roing. Tine's world turned upside down. There was a school in Roing, but the whooshu had been louder in Italy. Tine wanted to return to her mountain again. So she trekked to school every day for 10 years, looking sadly at the mountains in the horizon. When she finally finished her schooling, Tine applied to be a porter for army expeditions in the mountains. She would have to carry heavy loads and march over long distances. But women were not allowed to be porters in those days. Tine did not let that stop her. She dressed as a boy and started to work carrying nearly 25 kilos of luggage every day. A whole week passed before anyone realized that she was a girl disguised as a boy. The officers scolded Tine for breaking the rules, but they knew that Tine knew the route better than anyone else. So they allowed her to continue working. Due to this act of hers, women were later allowed to become porters. In the army, Tine worked on many expeditions and soon became a coordinator. It was on one of her expeditions as a coordinator that she met Dr. Romeo Mitty. At that time, Dr. Mitty was working to promote adventure sports in Arunachal Pradesh and spotted Tine's talent. You are a gifted climber, he told her. You have the strength and the determination. Now all you need is technique. Dr. Mitty became Tine's mentor and she began her training as a mountain climber. The distant mountains still called her, but Tine did not know the name of the distant mountains till she watched The Race for Everest, a film about the first climb of Mount Everest. Wushu became a roar now, and climbing Mount Everest became her dream. After months of preparations, Tine finally reached the Everest base camp in Nepal. It was extremely cold and the air was thin. Tine trained there for a few days to get used to the harsh weather and then began her climb. The climb was difficult. It was divided into 4 sections so that the climbers could take rest at different camping points while climbing to the top of the mountain. But by the time Tine and her companion, cheering Sherpa, reached the second camp, the weather had grown worse. Do you want to go ahead? Cheering asked. I don't think I will get another chance to do this, Tine replied. She could hear the musical whooshu growing louder and louder. Tine and cheering somehow managed to reach their final camp. Just as they were about to take rest, the stormy wind blew their tent and supplies away. They had to spend the night in one borrowed tent, and when they set off for the final climb the next day, all Tine and Cheering had was a packet of noodles. Let's share half of it, Cheering suggested. Tine nodded her head, smiling firmly. If we make it alive, we will eat the other half. The higher they climbed, the stronger the wind grew. For every 2 steps they took, it sent them back a step. The wind shrieked and howled around them. But Tine could only hear the magical tune of whooshu. So they pushed ahead fearlessly and continued to climb to the top. Finally, at 10:45 a.m. on 9 May 2011, Tine's efforts were rewarded. She climbed to the top of the Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world. The first woman from the northeast of India to have done so. She had found her faraway mountain and was finally one with the sound that had called her all her life. Thank you, students.